Take a deep breath, close your eyes, and let this story soothe you. Crocus and Binka, A Tale of Renewal. This story is about the renewal of a garden and the unbreakable bond formed between a humble gardener named Crocus and a magical firefly named Binka. Once upon a time, in a quaint village nestled between rolling hills, there lived a humble gardener named Crocus. His quiet life revolved around tending to his plants, each day dawned with the sound of birds singing and the rustle of leaves in the gentle breeze. One evening, as dusk painted the sky in hues of purple and gold, Crocus noticed something unusual in his garden. A tiny firefly, with a glow unlike any other, hovered above his favorite flower, a radiant Binka. Furious at heat, Crocus approached the delicate creature. "Hello, little one," he whispered, marveling at its luminescence. The firefly flitted closer, and to Crocus's astonishment, began to speak. "I am Binka, gardener in this garden," the firefly announced softly. Crocus blinked in surprise, but soon smiled warmly. "Welcome, Binka. Your glow is beautiful, just like the flower," he said. Over the days, Crocus and Binka developed a companionship. Each night, Binka would share stories of the magical forest beyond the hills, where every creature played a role in the circle of life. Crocus listened in awe, his heart swelling with a newfound appreciation for nature's mysteries. One day, a harsh storm battered the village, leaving the garden in ruins. Crocus felt a pang of sorrow as he surveyed the damage. His beloved plants were crushed, and the vibrant Binka gloomed under layers of mud. With determination, Crocus began to revive his garden. "We must try again," Binka encouraged, her dim light flickering in solidarity. Together, they replanted seeds, nurtured the soil, and whispered words of encouragement to each new sprout. Time passed, and slowly the garden began to bloom once more. Each revived flower seemed to glow with an inner light, reflecting the efforts and love poured into their growth. Crocus felt a sense of renewal, as if the garden's rebirth mirrored his own spirit's revival. As spring whispered through the air and colors danced across the meadow, Binka's glow grew brighter than ever. "You have brought life back to this garden, Crocus," she said, her voice filled with pride. Crocus looked around, his heart brimming with joy. "We did it together, Binka," he replied, knowing that their bond had become an enduring testament to the power of renewal. And so, under the ever-watchful eyes of the rolling hills, the garden flourished, a vibrant tapestry woven from dedication, hope, and the unbreakable spirit of two unlikely friends. The next story is here to soothe your heart. Tulip and the Kind-Hearted Giant. This story is about a girl named Tulip and a kind-hearted giant named Frisia, who form a beautiful friendship and protect their village together. In a serene village, nestled between rolling hills and vibrant meadows, lived a young girl named Tulip. She was known for her gentle spirit and endless curiosity. Every day, Tulip would explore the village and its enchanting surroundings, greeting every villager with her winning smile. One bright morning, Tulip ventured into the deep forest at the edge of the village, drawn by the sweet melodies of birdsong. As she wandered deeper, she stumbled upon a giant named Frisia. Frisia was a kind-hearted giant, with eyes that sparkled like the morning dew and a voice as soothing as a summer breeze. Despite his intimidating size, Frisia was well loved by those who knew him. He had a gift for understanding the smallest creatures, and would often be found talking softly to the forest animals. Tulip, though initially frightened, soon felt an inexplicable trust towards Frisia. She curtsied politely and introduced herself. Frisia smiled warmly, his eyes crinkling at the corners. "Hello, Tulip," he said in his gentle, rumbling voice. What brings you to this part of the forest? Tulip explained how she loved to explore and learn about the world around her. Frisia listened intently, nodding in understanding. He shared stories of the ancient trees and the wise old owl who knew the secrets of the woods. As the days passed, a beautiful friendship blossomed between Tulip and Frisia. They would spend hours exploring the forest together, sharing laughs and weaving dreams of a brighter future for their village. Frisia taught Tulip about the balance of nature, the importance of kindness, and how even the smallest one day, a great storm threatened the village. The winds howled, and the skies grew dark. Tulip, brave and determined, sought out Frisia's help. The giant did not hesitate. With steady hands and a brave heart, Frisia protected the village, using his great strength to secure homes and shield the villagers from harm. When the storm passed, the villagers celebrated Frisia as a hero. Tulip beamed with pride, knowing her friend's true nature had shown through. Frisia, however, simply smiled and said, "It was all of us together. It is the spirit of unity that kept us safe." From that day forward, Tulip and Frisia's bond grew stronger, and the village thrived. The villagers honored Frisia as their guardian, and Tulip continued her explorations, inspired by her friend's teachings. Every evening, she would share her adventures with Frisia, and they would sit under the stars, dreaming of the endless possibilities the future held for their beloved village. Let's journey on with another heartwarming story. Promises under the Moonlit Forest. This story is about the friendship and promises between a human girl named Clover and a treetop elf named Bluebell. In a small village, surrounded by a lush forest, lived a human girl named Clover. Clover was known for her kind heart and adventurous spirit. She loved exploring the forest, and often spoke to the trees as if they were old friends. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, Clover ventured deeper into the forest than she ever had before. The moonlight waved through the trees, casting a magical glow on everything it touched. As she looked, she stumbled upon a quaint little clearing adorned with flowers that seemed to shimmer under the moonlight. At the center of the clearing stood an ancient oak tree, its branches reaching out like welcoming arms. Underneath the oak sat a tiny figure, no bigger than a squirrel, with delicate wings that sparkled like dew in the sunlight. It was Bluebell, a treetop elf known among the forest creatures for her wisdom and grace. Clover approached Bluebell with curiosity and respect. "Hello, my name is Clover. Who might you be?" she asked softly. Bluebell looked up and smiled warmly. "I am Bluebell, a guardian of this forest." "What brings you here, young one?" Clover explained her love for the forest and her curiosity about its secrets. Bluebell listened intently and then nodded. "The forest thrives when it's cherished. Would you promise to protect it as I have?" Clover felt a surge of responsibility and excitement. "I promise, with all my heart," she responded earnestly. As the words left her lips, a gentle breeze rustled through the trees, as if acknowledging the promise. From that day on, Clover and Bluebell became the closest of friends, often meeting under the moonlit forest to share stories and dreams. Clover's bond with the forest grew stronger, and so did her sense of duty to protect it. She ensured the plants were nurtured, and that animals were safe, keeping her promise to Bluebell. And Bluebell, with her sparkling wings, guided Clover whenever she needed wisdom or support. Thus, the forest remained a place of wonder and magic, guarded by the promises and friendship of a human girl and a treaty elf. Let's drift further into the night with our next tale. Camellia and Bellflower, the Tale of the Longing. This story is about Camellia, a kind girl, and Bellflower, a lonely dragon, who find their sense of belonging through their friendship. Camellia was a gentle and kind-hearted girl who lived in a small village nestled at the edge of the whispering forest. She possessed a curious nature, always eager to explore the depths of the forest where few dared to tread. One evening, while the skies blazed with the orange hues of sunset, Camellia wandered deeper into the woods than ever before. Among the ancient trees and whispering leaves, she stumbled upon an enormous, shimmering dragon named Bellflower. Bellflower had scales that reflected the twilight like 1,000 mirrors, and eyes that held wisdom beyond the ages. Despite his majestic appearance, Bellflower was lonely, for he had always felt like an outsider both to the forest and the world beyond. Camellia, with her open heart, saw the loneliness in his eyes and approached him without fear. "I see you," she said softly, "and you belong here as much as I do." Bellflower was taken aback by her kindness. Together, they formed an unbreakable bond. Camellia would bring him stories from her village, and Bellflower would show her the secret wonders hidden in the forest. One day a mighty storm struck the village, and the villagers feared for their lives. Bellflower, hearing of their plight, sprang into action. With his great wings, he sheltered the village from the storm's fury. The villagers, seeing his true nature and bravery, welcomed him as one of their own. Camellia and Bellflower's friendship had brought two worlds together, teaching everyone that belonging is found in the hearts of those who see us truly. From that day, the village and the forest thrived together in harmony, and Bellflower was no longer an outsider. Camellia and Bellflower remained the best of friends, forever united by their shared sense of belonging. May tonight's peace carry you through until morning.